I think over the last 10 years, the government has made a lot of emphasis and has pushed and guided private sector companies like ourselves to invest in technology, bring in the best of technology, use partners from countries that have proved themselves in technology, bring them into Bangladesh and create the best platform for us.
Welcome to Raja and Tan's South Asia Practice Group InDialog session, where we invite leading personalities from South Asia to share their perspectives on the South Asian economies and their insights into the region's economic prospects. My name is Sriram Chakravarti. I'm a counsel at Raja and Tan and part of the firm's South Asia Practice Group. Today, we're very pleased and deeply honored to have with us Mr. Shayan Rahman, an advisor to the Board of Directors, Beximco Group of Companies, a leading conglomerate in Bangladesh. He's also the Chairman and Managing Director of Beximco LPG and Beximco Communications Bangladesh, among the very many other positions that he holds. A visionary to the core, Mr. Rahman has been instrumental in driving the growth and development of the company and the group's strategic plans. Welcome to InDialog, Mr. Rahman.
Thank you, sir.
I'd like to quote a recent article that I came across in the Harvard Business Review, which, quoting a study by the Fletcher School and MasterCard, cited Bangladesh as a breakout economy. And what it essentially meant was Bangladesh is among a set of countries that have shown increasing digital momentum with the potential to rapidly digitize for both the post-COVID recovery as well as long-term transformation. Mr. Rahman, as Chairman and Managing Director of Beximco Communications, this is an area that must be quite close to your heart. What does this mean in terms of rapid digitization for Bangladesh's economy, especially from a long-term transformation perspective and post-COVID recovery?
If you look at the development that's happened in Bangladesh over the last, say, maybe 10 years, and when the government led by Honorable Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina came into power and decided to make all these both macro and micro policies in order to path the country and its economy in a certain way to become a globally leading, economically leading country. One of the main emphasis that the government had was on digitalization, right? Today we see, especially with COVID, we see how much of our lives actually are dependent on the technology. And keeping that in mind, I think the government made a very avid effort on all sectors, both in terms of infrastructure for information technology and macro levels of technology, to be able to create a platform whereby today, 10 years later, or 15 years later, we're being able to take the fruits of that. Today in Bangladesh, the basic of things, internet, for example, right, is now being able to be reached at the remotest rural areas in the country. And what that does is that it just opens up doors to so many different things to an entire population. I think over the last 10 years, the government has made a lot of emphasis and has pushed and guided private sector companies like ourselves to invest in technology, bring in the best of technology, use partners from countries that have proved themselves in technology, bring them into Bangladesh and create the best platform for us. To give you just a very short, brief history of Beximco and its journey into technology, we had brought IBM into Bangladesh in the early 80s. We had NIIT that came into Bangladesh. We were probably the first company in the country to have our own in-house integrated technology system. So fast forwarding now, Beximco Communications is an extremely important investment for us. It is Bangladesh's first and only DTH license currently. The television networks in Bangladesh typically till we came in with DTH was cable dominated. With that, it's not only television, but with that you have multiple other technology products to the end customer that can be given through the same technology. And that is primarily what Beximco is investing into, looking into the future, creating a technology platform which is easily able to reach every corner of the country very, very quickly.